Hey people, this is my weekly rundown of things in entertainment news that interest me, and I've got some pretty exciting news. It's been known for a little while now that Marvel will be doing a television series for ABC, and that Joss Whedon is going to be working on that series. And it has recently been confirmed that this series will be about S.H.I.E.L.D, which is pretty exciting. I'm not exactly sure how closely tied to the Marvel Cinematic Universe it's going to be. Joss Whedon has described it as entirely autonomous from the Avengers, so I'm pretty sure that it's going to have some connection, but I think it's going to be a little bit looser. You're not going to see any of the major characters like Nick Fury or Maria Hill most likely making appearances, maybe guest appearances, but most likely you're not going to see anybody that big on a weekly basis. But I think S.H.I.E.L.D. is a pretty solid choice for a television series to just be kind of the touchstone to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because you don't always have like the big superhero stuff going on with S.H.I.E.L.D., but you can have enough of a connection where you can mention the characters and the events of the past from these movies, so it should be interesting. I'm not sure how interesting it will be like as a S.H.I.E.L.D. series and how much it can support itself, but I am curious to see how they can do that. I mean, I know that there have been S.H.I.E.L.D. comics in the past, but I've never personally read any of those, so I am curious to see what characters they put into this and how they'll shape it, like the major story arcs and the tone and everything. There's a new deleted scene from the Avengers that is online right now, and I think it's pretty awesome. It's centered on Steve Rogers and focuses on his feeling very out of place now that he's in the modern world and basically everything he knows is gone. And I think it would have been a great scene to see in the movie, but I guess they had their reasons for cutting it. But definitely check that out if you're a fan of the Avengers and a fan of Captain America. The Wachowski siblings, who are probably best known for directing the Matrix trilogy, are rumored to be in contention to direct the Justice League movie, along with a few other people like Brett Ratner, McGee, Zack Snyder, and I'm not really sure how reliable any of this information is, but as I've expressed in the past numerous times, I really don't want to see DC rush to do a Justice League movie just because the Avengers came out and was very successful. I'd love to see them take their time and build up a DC universe of characters, but it seems like they're just kind of trying to get this out there to capitalize on the hype. And all they have right now is Man of Steel, which has not come out yet. That's the only thing they have to base their universe off of. And we don't even know if that movie is good. Not that I think it's going to be bad, but we have not seen that movie yet. So I wish they'd at least wait and see how that one turns out and try to get one other character done at least before just throwing everybody into the Justice League. But, you know, if they are doing this, hopefully they do it well and pick the right director and the movie turns out well on its own. I just think that it would be a better strategy to build things up first before jumping into this, because the hype won't be as big if you just are like, here's the Justice League, but you don't really care about any of these characters yet because you haven't seen them or watched any of their stories unfold aside from Superman. Related to that story, there's a rumor that the rebooted version of Batman will make its debut in the Justice League and then sort of be spun off into its own franchise after the Justice League, not introducing the character and then putting him in Justice League afterward. And I can understand their logic if this is true of not wanting to do a Batman series right after Christopher Nolan's Batman series and maybe trying to use the Justice League to prop the character up so that when they do reintroduce him, people are already familiar with the actor and more willing to go to see that movie. But I just don't think the strategy is going to work that well, because when you introduce this character, there will be a lot of characters kind of fighting for attention in the Justice League, so this Batman isn't really going to get a chance to shine that well. And I think if you had Batman and kind of redefined him for a new world, new, less realistic world, and then put him in Justice League, it'd be more exciting for everyone to see this character there interacting with everyone else. This way, you're just going to see him there with Superman, and it's a Batman that you're having to get used to on the spot. So you're disoriented, you're very used to seeing Christian Bale's Batman, and now you've got this new character. So part of you is going to be kind of interested in seeing this character and a little bit excited to see him, but part of you is probably still going to feel like, trying to get a feel for what this character really is. So, DC is just frustrating me right now with their movie-making strategy, but I wish them the best. If they are doing it this way, hopefully it turns out well. And my last story of this video is just a quick update on The Hobbit, which has become its own trilogy now. I reported on that a little while back, but now they have announced the official titles and release dates of the second and third movie. The first one, The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, is opening December 14th of this year. The second, The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug, is going to be released December 13th of 2013, and the third, The Hobbit: There and Back Again, will open worldwide July 18th, 2014. So that's really all I've got for this week. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, and tune in next time.